This is very good news for the Hurricanes as an old face returns to the ice, and this will change everything going down the playoff stretch for the Hurricanes, especially with their questions in the crease. And the Hurricanes have always been the model of efficiency on and off the ice, so much so that other NHL teams are chomping at the bit just to get a taste of what we have. Welcome to Hurricanes Digest. I'm Jeff Testanero. Caniacs, you need to smash that subscribe button. We got a lot of good views coming in. We got a lot of good stuff coming in. Smash that subscribe button for all things Carolina Hurricanes right here on Hurricanes Digest. Before we get into all the going-ons of the Hurricanes, Caniacs, this video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports pick app and the best way to get in on the action surrounding the Hurricanes, the NHL, and anything else you're interested in life. I'll get into some more picks later. Just need you to download the app, use code DIGEST when setting up your account, and sign up today. Caniacs, do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles? Because after what I saw the other day, I'm starting to. I'm really starting to. Pyotr Kochetkov was back on the ice in full goalie gear. As you know, Kochetkov was ruled out back in December when it was announced that Pyotr needed surgery on a nagging lower body injury that's been driving him crazy for some time now. This helped lead to Brandon Bussi getting his turn on the ice. Before he went into surgery, he recorded a 26-save shutout back on November 4th in New York. But the injury became too much to handle for the goaltender, so surgery it was. Kochetkov went on to say, "I felt it when I skated, when I was off the ice, when I would sleep. I tried my best to play. I tried to come back every time, but every game it just felt more and more and more." Kochetkov went on to say that he does feel better now, and he's back on the ice. So who's to say, right? Who's to say? Never say never. While away, Brandon Bussi did become the first rookie goaltender to record 20 wins, the fastest at least. Found himself in a goaltender shootout with vet Freddie Anderson. But who's to say now that the Canes are definitely in the playoffs? Just need 2 more points to clinch that Metro division. The season's going to stretch out more now that Pyotr can't come back and play a bit. Why rule it out? I know it's still kind of a long shot, but we're a lot closer to getting Kochetkov back between the pipes than we were, earlier this season, 4 months ago. Who says he can't come back and play a bit? Who says he can't do a few rehab starts down in Chicago at the AHL? I wonder if it would make Coach Brind'Amour happier to get a 3 goalie rotation between the pipes for the playoffs. Now you have 3 viable options, potentially 3 viable options. Of course this news is going to make Coach Brind'Amour happy. Makes me happy, makes you happy. Makes everybody happy. 3 viable options between the pipes for the playoffs. That's unbelievable to have. So, I'm not saying it's happening, but I'm going to kind of say it might be happening. Got some good picks going on. Speaking of picks, we are sponsored by Prize Picks. Head to the description, click the link, download the app, use code DIGEST at signup. Prize Picks has choices on everything you want. Everything. You can even make picks on politics and weather. It's wild. I was looking through the app earlier. I do have some picks coming up for you later, but it's wild what you can do. So click that link, get some Prize Picks, use code DIGEST at Setup for Everything. And again, Dr. Tulsky back in the news. Why not? He's the smartest man in all of sports. Back in the news, the Nashville Predators, the team he started his NHL career with, wanted to speak to him about their upcoming vacancy at the GM role when Barry Trotz finally retires at the end of this year. But too bad for Nashville. Carolina, the Canes, they said no. But they did allow Nashville to speak with Hurricanes assistant GM and GM of the Chicago Wolves, Darren York. York's been in charge of the Chicago Wolves for over a decade now, doing a great job in the AHL, doing a great job as Dr. Tulsky's right-hand man. Again, another very, very smart human being running our back office, making these decisions that make the Hurricanes so good. And if you don't believe me, go take a look at some of the other NHL teams, like, say Toronto, maybe even the Islanders. Not always the model of efficiency, like the Carolina Hurricanes. The Chicago Wolves, they're seeking another Calder Cup. This would be, 6 if they win this year? This guy helped draft Caden Primo, who's destroying it in the AHL. The Hurricanes wouldn't comment on the news, but it sounds a lot like the visit with Nashville and York was an in-person affair. So, I said it before, I'll always say it. The Hurricanes have been a model of efficiency on and off the ice for over a decade or so. The office lets the coaches coach. The coaches let the office, which is great. Always always efficiency, concrete model, especially in the front office roles, is always great for a sports team, always great for a hockey team. And it's no doubt in my mind that York would be a great pick for the Preds GM spot. Nashville had a really great run a few years ago, kind of fallen apart a bit. This guy can get it back together. I don't want to lose him. I'd love to see more Calder Cups down in Chicago. I'd love to see more stuff done in Raleigh between Dr. Tulsky and Mr. York. But, you got to take the big step. So, good for him. Good for everybody. We'll keep you informed on that. Great picks. Speaking of picks, we're sponsored by Prize Picks. I got some picks for you tonight here in the NHL. Let's see. Tonight I'm looking at Brandon Montour of the Seattle Kraken as my pick. And the pick is, how many shots on goal will Montour get? Will it be more or less than 2.5 shots versus the Jets? I'm still not quite sure. Maybe somebody can school me down in the comment section how you get half a shot. But whatever. 2.5 shots versus the Jets, plus or minus that. What do you think? I'm going to go with more. I mean, this guy's average is very nice for shots. I'm definitely going to pick more because the numbers, these numbers don't lie. These numbers don't lie, Caniacs. I mean, look at this. Let's see. Tampa Bay on 326, 5 shots. Buffalo, 7 shots. Chicago on 4-4, 4 shots. Utah, 5 shots. 4.8 average last 5 games. So I'm going to go with more shots on goal tonight versus the Winnipeg Jets for Montour. That's my pick. That's my pick for Prize Picks, the #1 sports pick app in America. I said it before. I'll say it about 8 million more times. Click the link in the description. Download the app on your phone. Use code DIGEST when setting up your account for everything Prize Picks. We're coming down to the stretch Caniacs. Could have wrapped up the Metro last night if they had beaten Ottawa, but Ottawa just kind of slapped them around a little bit. They had a great game against the Islanders in Raleigh. The Hurricanes did. So that was nice to see. Great game Thursday night versus Columbus. Great game Tuesday night versus Columbus. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when the Hurricanes clinch the Metro, and it's going to happen soon. Maybe that'll be my pick tomorrow. So anyway, Hurricanes Digest. I'm Jeff Testanero. See you tomorrow.